Okay, Bruce, start talking. I want to hear your story. Why isn't Teresa married to Julian?
It's a stunner, Father. I could scarcely believe it myself when I first heard it, but it's true. Teresa and I were never husband and wife.
Alistair, I had a marriage certificate proving that I married Julian in Bermuda, but he just tore it up.
It's because it wasn't worth the paper it was printed on.
How could it not be? We had a ceremony. Bruce was your best man.
Teresa, Julian.
Be quiet. I have pressing business at hand. Now stop wasting my time going at each other and let Bruce say his piece.
Yes, Father.
Okay.
Well, Bruce, Julian says you can clear up this matter.
Well, that's right, Mr. Crane.
So start talking. Tell us how Julian can claim that he and Teresa aren't legally married.
Damn it, Bruce, start talking. I have other affairs to attend to.
Well, as we all know, Julian flew down to Bermuda to get a quick divorce from Ivy.
And I went down there to talk to Julian. I felt guilty that the things that I had done, like scanning Ivy's letter to Chief Bennett about Ethan being their son, led to Ethan losing everything. I wanted to try to make things right by convincing Julian to take Ethan back into the Crane family.
Yes, Teresa, you are so selfless. Always thinking of others and never yourself.
I was trying to do right by Ethan, and Julian took advantage of me.
Can you and Julian really get rid of Teresa? See? You won't have to worry about Teresa being around and coming between you and Ethan anymore. Now, because when Bruce finishes his story, then Alistair will know that Julian is telling the truth. And the Taco Queen will be dethroned.
Yes, Bruce, Julian was in Bermuda to get a quick divorce from Ivy and ran into you. Then, what happened?
Well, Julian told me how Ivy had pushed off Ethan as his son for decades when Sam Bennett was really his father. And Julian was furious.
But not at you, Ethan. I was angry at your mother for having deceived me. You're as much of a victim in all this as I am.
If not more.
Look, I just want to know how this affects Teresa, okay?
Yes, Bruce, pick up the pace. I haven't got all day.
Yeah, Alistair is right. If you have something to say, please say it.
Well, are you sure you want to hear what Bruce has to say? Because once the truth comes out, you will be out of this mansion and out of my life forever.
Julian, stop threatening to back and let Bruce finish his story. Then we'll see if there's sufficient evidence to prove you aren't married to little Ethan's mother.
Yes, Father.
The ball's back in your court, Bruce. Now get to the point and be quick about it.
Yes, Mr. Crane. Well, besides ragging on Ivy for deceiving him about Ethan's paternity, Julian also was complaining about the other children she'd given him. He said they were all worthless, especially his son, Fox, who Julian described as being a deadbeat playboy.
Thanks, Daddy.
I stand by my assessment.
I agree with Julian.
Women with cheap floozies on the prowl for a meal ticket.
Well, thanks a lot.
But Bruce said almost all my pet. You, of course, were the exception.
Yes, Rebecca. As any man of means and harmony knows, you're anything but cheap. As you were saying, Bruce.
Julian was complaining, and then, then Teresa arrived. All the men in our group thought she was just exquisite. Her lips, her hair, her body.
Get to the point.
Well, then, Julian started talking to Teresa.
Then Julian got me drunk. We got married, and that's the whole story.
No, it wasn't. Not even close.
What do you mean? What else happened?
Well, then, myself and my friends decided we'd play a trick on Julian. I guess we went too far. Way too far.
What are you talking about? Yeah, that's what I'd like to know. What kind of trick did you and your pals play on Teresa?
I'd like to know that as well.
Well, like I said, my buddies and I were jealous because Teresa wouldn't have anything to do with us. And she wound up talking to Julian over champagne. Wasn't long before the two of them were getting a little
It's my dear, only a few lucky sips.
Thank you for backing up what I have said all along. Julian got me drunk.
Well, no one doubts that, Teresa. But we still must hear what happened next. Now, what about this trick you referred to earlier, Bruce? What was that about?
Yes, Bruce, tell everyone about the trick you played on me. Yes, Bruce, tell us about the trick, the ruse that you pulled.
Well, you know, I never thought this would get so far out of hand. I mean, my buddies and I just wanted to have some fun.
Damn it, Bruce. What did you do?
We staged a fake wedding between you and Julian.
What did you say?
The wedding was fake. You're not Mrs. Julian Crane. You never were.